Hi, I'm Holly, if you don't know me. I'm the youth minister here at Holy Trinity Claygate, and I've got this opportunity to share with you what myself and the youth team have been doing to connect with young people during lockdown. So it's been a very different and interesting time for everyone, but particularly for those who suddenly school has disappeared for and meeting up with friends and lots of the activities that they enjoy have gone. And so myself and the youth team have found it really important to continue lots of the connections that we had before lockdown. We've been doing this in a few different ways. One of our focuses has been discipleship, and we've been continuing to disciple young people through our discipleship groups, PF for younger young people and YF for older young people. These groups have continued to meet on Sunday, which is absolutely wonderful, and the groups have had really good attendance. In fact, I would say attendance has actually gone up, as it's much easier to get to a computer screen sometimes than it is to get to a building. The groups meet on a Sunday, as I said, and they gather together, connect over our purpose statement to encounter, celebrate and share God's transforming love, which means looking at what that looks like in their weeks, and someone will share each week. And then they watch a Bible-based talk together and break into their small groups to discuss that teaching and to connect with each other on a more personal level. Small groups are a massive part of what we do in the youth ministry. They are where the main part of our pastoral care happens, and also where the application of biblical teaching is made personal and individual to each of the young people. So if you see one of our young people's small group leaders, do encourage them in the work they're doing. They are amazing. Another focus that we have had during lockdown has been connecting with young people that we don't know as well outside of the church community. That's in the community of Claygate and the surrounding areas that we did know through the Well, or maybe connections with the Well, our youth drop-in, but don't know quite as well as those who come to our weekly groups. And we've been connecting with them on a few different ways. One of them is that we've been doing gaming evenings on Instagram Live on Tuesdays. Another way we've been doing that is through online gaming on Wednesdays, where some of the youth team, sometimes myself, will play games like Minecraft and do it online so that different young people can join together and play on the same online platform. Another area that we've been looking at is connecting those two areas. So I call these our bridge ministries, and I think they're a really key part of a strategy for reaching young people for Jesus. And these look like accessible places where both young people who are being discipled and walking with God and young people who don't have a faith at the moment can meet together and create that open access welcome and hospitality. And we've been doing that through our mass Zooms on a Thursday, which is where all of PF and all of YF and any friends they want to invite will come along and play games. This has been particularly impactful when we've done specific events, which is actually, there is one that we've just done last week, which was our escape room on Zoom. And that got over 50 teenagers gathered together, which was a huge answer to prayer. And we really hope that we can build on those connections, especially as we're going to have another escape room on Zoom next month. So there are lots of things that are going on for young people. We also post to social media often. In fact, every single day during the week, between the two accounts that we run, the HT Claygate youth account and the HT Claygate The Well account, we post different content. Now, the content might be something like a challenge video where we're challenging the leaders to do something silly or take part in a competition. It might be a creative challenge where we're saying to the young people if they want to sort of submit their entries of doing a particular creative task. It might be a devotional video where one of our leaders is leading a Bible study and it's on video. We share worship music playlists and blog posts as well, where different ones of our leaders will connect their Christian walk with their lives right now and share a few words about that for the young people to read. These different parts of the content that we produce and the different things that we do is because that everyone is different and young people will connect with different things at different times. So we want to try and make sure that what we're putting on is as accessible as possible. It's also important to know that we value worship, and we had a youth worship night this Sunday just gone, led wonderfully by Tom and Megan Hill. And we hope to do more of these as we give opportunities for young people to connect with God. So that's a little bit of an update about what's going on in the youth ministry. If you know any teenagers that are not currently plugged into anything, whether they know God or want to at the moment or not, do get in touch with me. I'd love to try and connect with them and reach out to them during these really uncertain times. If I could leave you with a prayer request, it would be that at the end of this academic year, the DY students, the wonderful Dom, Pete, Kate and Elizabeth, will be moving on. Now, PF, our discipleship group, already runs with fewer leaders than would be ideal. And so once they do move on, we are left with gaps in the youth team, which means young people who don't have small group leaders to lead them. Small group leaders are the pastors of small groups of young people, and they are vital for the strategy of reaching young people right now. And so I'd love you to join me in praying for leaders, maybe even prayerfully considering whether you might be able to join the youth team, but calling out to God for leaders to rise up, to pastor and come alongside these young people during their faith journey.